Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today we're going to be looking at Quinn's Monkey King, but also today, I learned from the comments of yesterday's video that you guys didn't even know that the position 1 role is safe lane, like that these are the same things. That's really embarrassing, guys. I bet you also don't know that if you're playing against Witch Doctor and that guy casts Maledict on you, you can pop Magic Wand or Fairy Fire or get mech'd or lifesteal, any form of healing to make it deal less damage. Yeah, the ability does damage based on how much damage you've taken from the point at which he casted it on you. So I bet you didn't know that, huh? Alright, well, let's cover Quinn's Monkey King, talk about it, break it down, see what's going on. This hero's kind of a broken mid, so why is Monkey King so powerful mid now? It really comes down to Simian Stride. This ability has made people stop buying Echo Saber. It's made people stop buying Orb of Venom. The reason why is because you don't need catch. You don't need to slow. You just hop at people. If you think I'm kidding, this game is a perfect example of why Monkey King in the right games is the most broken hero in Dota. Because mobility is broken if people can't stop you. Mobility is broken if you can kill anyone you see. And so yeah, let's break it down. On top of that, go sign up to the Gamely website, guys. I'm posting new content over there almost every day, and I'll see you there. So he's playing against Pango, which is definitely one of Monkey King's best matchups. Pangolier is terrible against Monkey King. Reason being is it's a melee hero, of course. And on top of that, Pangolier's double jump makes it very easy to react with Mischief. So you can dodge the damage entirely if the Pangolier is a bad player. You just click Mischief on the double jump and you avoid the damage entirely. So this matchup is incredibly easy. Now I'm not going to cover the laning stage too much. Basically, you skill your E, then you skill your Q. The Q got buffed a lot as well, which is one of the nice parts about Monkey King. It's 7.36 and forward. Basically, it's a way lower cooldown. It's 4 seconds better at level 1, which is incredible, and it's 7 seconds better at max, which is unbelievable. So this ability is just like 10 times better. So Monkey King straight off the rip got a buff there, and it got a slight buff to the armor on Wukong's command. Now in terms of items, you're going to be buying double Wraith Pan. I will admit, I find it a little weird, only because like this hero has so much armor, but it's for everything else. It's for the agi, it's for the attack speed, it's just for the ability to fight, right? And so it's pretty understandable. You're gonna buy 2 Wraith Bands. If you need extra regen, it's okay to buy it. Maybe you make a mistake, tank the tower, that's fine. But for the most part, you're gonna be using your stun to build Jingu, and you're gonna be hitting people as much as you can. For instance, if you don't get the 4 stacks, it's totally fine to use Boundless to hit the enemy mid and get the 4th stack, because it is very powerful, right? It's gonna let you deny, and so on. Now, the biggest thing I can say if you are going to actually give this a shot is play for equilibrium more than pressure. Just to go back a second, you'll notice on this creep wave, Quinn's main priority is absolutely last hits and denies, right? He goes for this one here, tries to Mischief dodge at the same time, which is really impressive. That requires an incredible amount of mechanical skill. Use Boundless Strike to get the Jingu, as I was talking about. It's going to use that to heal and deny, but it's all about equilibrium. If you only get to hit them 3 times, use stun for the 4th. If you only get to hit them twice, back up and get the denies and CS. You are playing for denies and CS. Pressure comes last, okay? You use pressure when the enemy walks up for last hits. Bad Monkey Kings will just stay in stupid areas. They'll just like sit on the high ground, which is not even good because if you don't deny the creeps, if you don't get the CS, you're not really building much of a lead. And so it's the point of the game where, well, there's nothing to do. And so notice how he's aggro denying. He is not, and I repeat, not auto-attacking the wave. Bad players push the wave for no reason. If you're not rotating, not going for runes, and not jungling, which he can do none of those at minute 5 or 4:30, it's not the time to push the wave. It's better to keep it back, force the Pango to walk up to get pressure, or just to get all of the denies. Now, as sort of a precursor to the ridiculousness that is about to ensue, look at this clip, and this is the potential of Monkey King. Basically, you hop on and hop off of trees on a 0-second cooldown, right? And so you can go anywhere you want constantly. So you hop and then you hop down. It's very important to do this so you don't get chopped by Power Shot or Quelling Blade or Tangos or Force Staff. Hop on, hop off. Hop on, hop off. Get an auto attack, hop on, hop off. And you just rinse repeat. Hop on, you can use your E of course, and he uses the stun there to get the 4th stack, which I thought was pretty funny because I don't know, it's like he just wouldn't have been able to do that if it was old Monkey King, right? The cooldown would simply not allow. But new Monkey King can just hop on, hop off, and do it over and over and over again. From there, he buys Magic Wand, which I think is absolutely crucial. And I also think raindrops are absolutely crucial. And the reason why you might say, oh, Speed, you say that in every video. You just think raindrops are a broken item. Well, first of all, yes, I do think that. Second of all, I think it's very important to state full HP on Monkey King. The reason being is you only get the 0-second cooldown if you're above 90% health. So you have to buy Magic Wand so you can heal up to that amount, and you should buy Raindrops because this hero uses a decent amount of mana as you're going to max out your W next. And on top of that, you have your stun. So you use mana, right? You want to stay full HP and you use mana. So Raindrops are very, very important. But yeah, this is where the scariness of Monkey King starts to ensue. He finds the kill onto the ET. Okay, now he actually gets denied. And now you can start to rotate like crazy. I'm going to play it in normal speed for you guys just so you can see what Monkey King actually looks like if you haven't yet. Hops onto the tree, hops down, hops down, hops down. So you can see he really tends to hop down at every single time. I guess it makes you go a little bit further, which is pretty cool. And all of a sudden, he was at the minute 7 rune. The Luna probably knew that, and yet he's top in a matter of seconds, picking up a kill onto the Luna. After that, no problem. If you're missing a little bit of health, hopefully use the Jingu to heal or use your Magic Wand and you can hop right back to mid. Most mid laners, if they gank a side lane, lose out on creep score. They're going to lose out on CS. That doesn't happen with Monkey King. You just go straight back to your lane. You're going to miss like 1 wave max, maybe 2 creeps. Like, this is what I don't get. He buys Clarities. Why would you buy Clarities and not Raindrops on Monkey King mid? I just don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, whatever. Moving on ahead, look at this. Coming to bot lane. Took him 2 seconds to get here. Stuns. The stun sets up for the E. That's a very good tactic to use early game, just to hit the slow. And you might be like, oh wow, the Stampede is going to help the Hoodwink get away. And previously, it would have. There's no way you chase Stampede. Like, it's not that good. But now it just is. He just gets on top of the Hoodwink. Like, no problem. Pops this Magic Wand so he can keep hopping at a 0-second cooldown. Gets onto the Centaur, who like went AFK for some reason. Oh, Elder Titan showed his face. I guess I'm in range, even though he was across the screen. And there's another kill. And so you can get the point. The reason why this hero is so broken is because if you win your lane and your matchups are like decent, I mean, honestly, if you win your lane, you can just kill everyone. Like, look at this. Onto the Luna. Finds the Luna. Builds up stacks. Weaver bugs come out. Okay, gets chased out a little bit. Nice war cry from the Sven. Broken support hero, by the way. And he's off back to the mid lane if he needs to be. Oh, no. He's hunting the Luna. And like, what is this? It looks like such a bad play. He's just hopping past the Hoodwink. No, doesn't matter. Who cares? Luna can't farm. She has to go jungle at level 4. Oh, well. I guess the Luna can't hit the camps she would always want to hit, which is these back camps where he currently is, because then she cleans up the wave that's going to push in. But you can't do that against Monkey King. Now, one other thing I'd like to mention is that he's going to go Melstrom next, which I don't mind this build. You basically buy Gleipnir. It's very strong because you root them in your ulti, or you root them into your stun, or you root them into your E. It's mostly for the ulti. But, okay, what is the thing I recommend? Well, I don't know exactly what happened this game. His team is just hitting no neutrals, but it's actually really crucial to get one of the regen neutral items. Number 1, because you want to be tanky on this hero, it's just useful. But number 2, because of, once again, the Simian Stride. You need to be above 90% HP, and so having Royal Jelly, or most importantly, Seeds of Serenity, your safety bubble, is really, really broken. These items are incredible. I would say Seeds of Serenity is the best. So you might be tempted to take a damage item. I would personally highly recommend taking a regen item because you don't have a bottle and you need to get back to that 90% threshold. So yeah, take a regen item, even if you're tempted to take Broom Handle or Duelist Gloves. I get it. I think a lot of pros will. I think I highly disagree with it just because of the tempo it allows you to play if you stay at full HP. And they're hunting the Luna again. Somehow she almost dodges this gank. I say almost because he's able to catch up past his Sven. Drops the ulti. I love this because he has to be afraid of TPs coming in. So the Stampede does end up saving the Luna. Unfortunately, the smoke was not right, but I love that. Guys, if you're even slightly afraid of a response, just drop the ult. It's not a long cooldown. It's not the best ability in the game. Just use it, right? It's very good as a defensive tool. I actually think the ulti is a better defensive than offensive tool in the early game. And so yeah, what's really nice about the Melstrom is that it lets you jungle, right? Because one thing to note about Monkey King that a lot of people are going to get wrong after like watching this video, you're going to get, I mean, first of all, I know for a fact people are going to like grief the heck out of games on this hero. I mean, sorry, it is what it is. I'm going to make a video on it. It's really cool, but people are going to grief. The reason why Monkey King is really hard. It's a lot of buttons and you got to know like not to hop into 4 heroes with nukes. You're probably not going to outplay them and like out lifesteal it with Jingu. It's just not that good. And on the note of it not being that good, the reason why I brought that up is in the mid game, your hero falls off. Even if you're like 8-0, you fall off. And it's not because your hero becomes like weak in terms of damage. It's because Well, the hero has to all in. You gotta hit people 4 times before you do real damage, right? The hero just has to commit. That's what the hero is. It's a hard commit hero. If it wants to go for a kill, obviously you can poke in and out with the jump, but you're not really going to kill anyone like that. And so, yeah, the Melstrom lets you slow down the pace of the game, hit some creeps when the enemy team 5-mans. You don't have to jump into 5 heroes, guys. It's totally fine to split the map. In fact, your hero is really good at that because it has a 0-second cooldown jump. And I thought this next team fight is just expertly done by Quinn, so we gotta look at it. Hops onto the tree. Gonna chase a little bit here, hops down. He really likes to hop on, hop down. It must be more efficient than just hopping around. I think it is. Going in for the Gleipnir, dodges the stomp with another hop down. Doesn't get hit by the acorn shot as well, which is really nice. Monkey King comes in, finishes the kill on the centaur. Pango gets stunned. Easy kill on him. Knows he doesn't need the stun, which is really awesome. Easy chase onto the ET because, you know, you're Monkey King. Hop off the stun. Maybe could have Gleipnir. Didn't matter. Whatever. And it's an easy fight. Now, in terms of team fighting, because honestly, the remainder of the video is going to be simple. You just farm the map, split push a lot on this hero, guys, especially if your early game goes poorly, which can happen. You know, you can make a lot of mistakes on this hero. It's pretty easy to, actually. It's very difficult. If the game is bad, split push like crazy. This hero is really, really good at it. If you're team fighting, here's a couple of tips. Number 1, there's a couple of combos for your ulti. The first combo is Gleipnir into ult into stun. The second combo, which is actually better if you can get it off, is ulti into Gleipnir into stun, because that keeps them in it for longer. So why would you do one or the other? If an opponent is running away, you should lead with Gleipnir, then Wukong's, then stun, because they're running away. They're going to get away from you and you want to kill them. But if they're walking into you, let's say he was on the tree and Pango was walking into him, it would be better to ult, and then disable, right? Ult, Gleipnir, stun. That is best case. And so in this clip here, commit onto the Pango, kills him off, and it's an easy chase from there. I mean, it's the same as always. You want to try to use the ulti in the mid game to get that initial kill and then chase off of it with Simian Stride. And I know I might sound crazy. This is going to be one of my last tips for the video before we just kind of cover later items and talents, but I actually think that this hero should have salves in his backpack. I think you should ask your teammate who took Trusty Shovel to give you all of their salves, or you should buy a lot of salves. And I really mean this because a situation like this, people are going to be like, I'm not going to buy salves, it's bad for my net worth. No, it's bad for your net worth not being able to hop around at 0-second cooldown. That's bad for your net worth too. So yeah, I just think it's a good idea because like this team fight breaks out, if he popped 2 salves, I know it's 200 net worth. But like, okay, 1 salve in his wand, but with dropping like all of his items, which he absolutely could do, would put him to full HP. You know? And it's like, okay, now I can hop around. I can do my thing. I can split push. I can team fight. I can close the gap. I can pick off. Whatever it is. You know? So I would suggest it. Or I would once again continue to look for these regen neutral items. I think People's Gift is great. It gives you a mana pool. It gives you HP. It's really OP. But yeah. Okay, and finally, in terms of talents, at level 10, honestly, I like both of them a lot. He takes Balance Strike Stun. Okay, I honestly think both are equally as strong because your Shard, it applies Primal Spring with 60% of the max channeling duration power to enemies along the staff. Plus, you can like leap to the staff when you have the Shard, which he bought after Gleipnir. And the reason why it's really OP is, number 1, it's good for gap close, and number 2, it's good for escaping. You can use it and you'll just hop to the end of the staff. So it's good for disengaging. But it does damage on your Primal Spring, so it synergizes very well with this 10 talent. So I kind of prefer the Primal Spring damage, but he takes a stun. At level 15, you take Tree Dance cast range. Jingu mastery damage is no joke, and it's honestly good. At level 20, cooldown on Primal Spring is pretty cool. I think Boundless Strike critical damage is better, just for critting off Jingu and one-shotting waves. And at level 25, you take the Wukong's Ring 100% of the time. And finally, in terms of items, you're just going to be buying BKB after Gleipnir. After that, you're going to buy an Ags. And from there, there's a lot of options. You can do a ton of different things. You can buy a Daedalus if you want damage. You can buy more control and a Nullifier just because, you know, people will buy Ghost Scepters and 4 staffs against your hero. So yeah, I would go for something like a Daedalus if you're just full in DPS, or I would go for a Nullifier if you have to deal with, you know, all 4 staffs and Ghost Scepters that counter this hero. So okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.
And that's all. But remember, before you leave, before you tune out, subscribe to the Game Leap website where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.